Take a look at this shot.
Look at how precarious that is.
Yeah, there's no way that's gonna be a problem. So on our way from Moab to the Rocky Mountains, we stopped in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, which is a really cute town.
So in researching, I found this old-fashioned soda fountain. And you know how important food stops are, or experiences like that, to me. So we definitely had to stop there. Yay, thank you.
I got a root beer float, and Elliot did too.
Thank you.
And it was really good.
We entered Rocky Mountain National Park from the west side.
Thanks. Thanks, Elliot.
At this point, I was sick of my family's gratitude.
Saying thank you.
Why do you have to thank me for being a fourth grader?
Thanks, Elliot.
Bruh. Our first stop was the Alpine Visitor Center, which is only open part of the year. And it's because like when you get there, there's still snow, and this is August.
Oh yeah, and that's where we saw like that whole horde of deer. Herd? What?
Right by the visitor center, there's this short, steep trail called the Alpine Ridge Trail. Out of breath, but definitely worth it to get a shot just over 12,000 feet above sea level.
While Dad was trying to get an apparent life milestone, we were in the gift shop.
Maybe if there was a 3-star Michelin restaurant up there, maybe then I would have gone.
And that life milestone could have been achieved by just driving a little bit further to the observation point, which is actually higher than what I climbed to. All I'm saying is that better not be 12,000 feet, because I just had to walk up to 12,000 feet. Jill did find a great little spot called Estes Park Campground at Mary's Lake. We didn't get to stay at any of the campgrounds inside the national park again because we were a little bit late to the game in our planning.
But we ended up really loving this campground.
There was wildlife that was constantly around us, so it was just kind of a cool spot.
Okay, so we just had dinner and it was tasty. I liked my mac and cheese. It's still on my mouth, isn't it?
Then I slipped on all the pebbles, and then this.
So, for the first time all trip, we are using our first aid kit. Kind of hoping we could avoid it.
Did you hear about the circus fire?
Uh-uh.
It was intense.
And I think a deer ran into the tent, but not like into the tent, like where we were sleeping, like he hit it. Or she.
At least the steer didn't poop on our campsite like the one in Moab.
Look at this.
Elliot just identified this plant. Gooseberry mullet, he says.
Why are there trolls in the car?
Trolls in the car? Tell those trolls to get out of our car.
Trolls! Get out of our car!
The next morning we had timed entry reservation into the Bear Lake Trailhead.
Stinky restrooms that the boys had to go in. Luckily, having been a nurse, I can hold it for really, really unnatural amounts of time. These guys are lucky though because they don't have to have the ability to pee. They can just go pretty much anywhere.
They don't have to have the ability to pee. Explain that to me.
I meant they don't have to have the ability to hold it. They can pee anywhere.
Thankfully, I have the ability to pee.
First, let's start out with Bear Lake and then a 0.5 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear the nymph.
I think Matt's already getting some pipe dreams in his head about going pretty far.
First thing we did was a short hike around Bear Lake.
If you want to do things in the park where there's not a lot of effort or you have people who have mobility issues, that's a really great hike. It's pretty flat and easy to access, and it's really gorgeous.
Then we backtracked a little bit from Bear Lake and began a hike up to see Nymph Lake, Dream Lake, and Emerald Lake.
Might be my favorite views.
Of all the national parks?
Maybe?
It's really beautiful because all of the lakes are fed from this glacier, and each of the lakes are connected by these small waterfalls.
I mean, it's just pretty.
Dream Lake was super clear, and it was cool because you could see trout swimming in it.
We took a break and watched birds and chipmunks and all kinds of stuff while we ate. It was nice to just chill on the trail for a little bit. I'm an eyewitness to a wasp brawl. So the boys were getting bored on the trail, and we decided to make it a little more interesting. So we gave them split decisions like in American Ninja Warrior. So They have split decisions they have to make. Am I going to jump over this thing or go through these trees? And it's just made it a lot more fun for them.
Gooseberry slash currant.
What did you call it last night?
Last night I called it a gooseberry mullet.
And how did you get that, Ross?
Emerald Lake, I think that's Mom's least favorite lake out of all of those.
So the shorts that I got for the trip, I put my phone in my pocket, and as I sat, I drew my knees up, and my phone just slid straight down into the lake. And it went pretty deep. I couldn't just reach in and grab it. It was really far.
So she dropped her phone.
Wait, Mom,
In the water.
Oops. How about Dad goes in?
I was not about to go in.
You can't even go in like a regular pool because it's your goal.
You're right there.
Oh, I got it.
It's less than 3 seconds.
Now we're heading back, but I kind of feel a little, not ownership of this lake, but like we've bonded. So I was a little soaked, but hey, good thing I had those quick dry shorts.
So, that was exciting. Comment below if you think that was funny.
There is actually a fourth lake that's actually part of the whole thing, Hi-Ha Lake, but we decided not to do that one. I think we kind of regret it in hindsight, because it's like once you're up there, why not? Someday we'll have to get back and see that lake. Just finished hiking. It's covered 4 different lakes, and now we're taking a break for lunch at Tuxedo Park.
Tuxedo Park is a really fun place to have a picnic. It's cute, it's close to water, and it's really pretty. So there's a lot of people out there you could follow and watch their stories who are way more coordinated and would not have let their phones fall in. It was cold, but honestly invigorating, like it felt really good. Once I was out, I was like, I kind of want to go back in. But anyway, he gave me his dry shirt, and then all these guys have cool new shirts. Elliot's. He climbed Angel's Landing, but got a shirt that didn't have to say so. And then here's Quinn's. Estes Park is where we're camped out. So yeah, anyway, later.
That night it was super windy. We actually all woke up a little bit early, so we decided to pack up quickly. Jill says this is amazing, and we've been living off this for the past month, so not too bad of a packing job.
Before we go, we wanted to check out this cinnamon roll shop that has super, super great reviews. And no, I have done nothing with my hair since I woke up this morning. That's so crazy.
Those two.
Please do not be the line. For real. We didn't think we were gonna stay, and then we decided to, because with a line like this, they have to be really good, right? Okay, E, what do you think?
It's the best cinnamon roll I've ever had.
After Rocky Mountains, we went to the Great Sand Dunes.
Not to spend the night, but just to be there for the day.
So I had read that you could get sleds or like snowboard type things to go down these sand dunes, and I was really excited about it. But what I hadn't read is it's before the park instead of inside the park.
There's a handful of places where you can rent sleds, but there's one that's just outside the park, about 4 miles. So that's the place that we chose to rent sleds from. They were kind of pricey, but I'm glad that we did it because it was kind of a unique experience. I mean, how often do you get to sled down sand dunes? They say at midday, the sand can get to about 150 degrees, but thankfully, yeah, it was cloudy. Great Sand Dunes National Park. Got our boards rented. Although it looks like we might not get too many times down the hill here because, per usual on this trip, with the exception of one national park, rain.
Being from Minnesota, we have a lot of experience sledding, but there's something really fun and kind of surreal about it being sand. I would do it again, and as a bonus for us Star Wars nerds, you do kind of feel like you're on another planet. Definitely like Tatooine, Jakku, something like that.
But I was gonna go to Taji to buy some power converters. Last sled of the day, that was it. think we're heading out. Nice little pit stop.
Sledding was so fun.
Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
You do not want to miss the last 2 national parks that we're going to.
Yes, you do.
Make sure to unsubscribe and unclick the bell and dislike all our videos.
Look at it. Its butt actually kind of looks like eyes. Looks like it's 2.
So it's a butt face.
No name calling.
And I can see its little feet. He's doing the dance.